Okay, what's up, everybody, and welcome to my AEW Rampage review. Episode 3, I should say. This is a tape show. Milwaukee, man, not a really good crowd when you think about it. Especially, my friend would most likely agree. This was a mid-level crowd. Even this was either taped or live. This crowd was up and down to me, even from last Wednesday. But yes, this is a tape show, so it's not going to be a lot to talk about here, especially after what happened last week and whatnot. Because of course last week was the way bigger show, but you already heard me talk about that. I've said before you could have ended the show right after the whole Punk thing and whatnot. But yeah, AEW this week, like I said, Rampage. I thought it was an okay show, but I think it was mostly a one match show, in my opinion. Let's see. Because we did kick it off with the finals of the Tag Team Eliminator Tournament. Lucha Brothers versus Jungle Express, which obviously will be the best match of the night. And they kept putting the camera on Giannis of the Milwaukee Bucks and whatnot. Which, man, he was. I don't know if they paid this guy to stand up there and cheer and make sure this stuff gets over and get all hype. But man, that guy was really excited because they kept putting the camera on him a lot. Okay, I think this match was insane, and obviously a spot fest and whatnot, especially when Canadian Destroyers are all over the place, which I shouldn't be surprised at this point, especially when you're doing a Canadian Destroyer and kicking out at one. I think that's insane, and why is he kicking out at one from a Canadian Destroyer? But everybody named Mama can do it. But yeah, this tag team match, it was not a bad tag team match. So it was a spot fest, if you want to say that, but it was insanity, okay? That's what I could say about this match. Next, the Lucha Brothers end up kicking the living crap out of Luchasaurus out there. Multiple super kicks, and then they hit like their finisher, which would be like a package power driver almost, and whatnot. Luchasaurus getting the win. So yeah, Lucha Brothers will be facing the Young Bucks in a steel cage match at All Out for the tag team titles. The Bucks end up attacking the Lucha Brothers right after, but the Jungle Express came for the save then. So yeah, insanity. But yeah, Giannis out there was very hype, man. He was jumping up and down like it was no tomorrow. He was doing his best. So I'll give him that. I don't know how much of that he was getting paid, or maybe he was a big fan. Maybe he just likes the Lucha Brothers and the Jungle Express. Maybe he thought the match was that awesome that it made him that excited. I don't know, but somebody say he probably was paid off though. Okay, I don't know, but they put that camera on him a lot. All right. Um, Next, though, I know they had a video package for CM Punk and Darby Allin. Not much to say from this. Basically, seeing what they're going to do it all out and everything. So it wasn't that long of a video package. Um, Miro, I guess, was coming out to talk. And he ended up throwing Fuego del Sol out there as he accepted something he shouldn't have. He wanted to tear Fuego's mask off and say, show your face to the Lord and whatnot, since he's beating the crap out of Fuego del Sol, which I still find it funny that this guy got killed by Miro a couple weeks ago in the first Rampage episode, but he got signed a contract, though, which I thought that didn't make a lot of sense, because he's, Sammy Guevara's friend, and Tony Khan just happened to be there. Hey, you lost 1 in 50, but we're still going to give you a contract anyways, okay? So, yeah, with Fuego del Sol getting murdered out here, Eddie Kingston came out with a microphone. He put the microphone down and ended up attacking Miro. They brawled until, the referees came up and broke it up. But yeah, they got to match it all out for the TNT title. Not a lot of build for it, but I guess they're trying to rush this as much as they can, especially when the pay-per-view is next week. I'm sure we'll see a little bit more on Wednesday, but yeah, we're making sure we're getting all out on all this. Ty Conti went against the Bunny. Now, I had heard a couple things on the internet that not the Bunny, but Conti was not over. Even it kind of shows right here. Yeah, I know it's a tape show, but and usually Conti is pretty over. But right here, if people in the crowd say she was not over, and now even people I'm seeing tonight, I know saying that she's not over, that kind of tells you something. It's not much I can say about this match between Conti and the Bunny. I thought it was okay. They ended up sending Penelope Ford out there to hit Conti with some brass knuckles. I guess now she's helping the Bunny all of a sudden. I don't know what else Penelope Ford is doing. But, the Bunny ended up beating her. I think they said, Conti's got some 15-match winning streak right now, mostly on Dark, I'm assuming. So, How is she not in like contender for the title yet? I don't know. Especially if she got like 15 wins apparently. Well, I guess it was a streak until now, but and that streak is dead. But yeah, we'll see what goes on with that. They had a video package for Brian Cage and Team Taz since Cage and Willie Hobbs we going at it this Wednesday. Mark Henry once again doing a split screen thing before the main event between Omega and Christian. Christian was teamed with Kazarian as Omega was teaming with Brandon Cutler and whatnot. Listen, this tag match is very missable for a main event. It's not much I could say from this, especially when you have the clown squad surrounded by Omega. Okay, that's what we have right here. It was a clown squad, and when you got Cutler out there dancing, listen, you already know Christian and you know bring Kazarian. We're going to get the win out there. So that's not a surprise. And Brandon Cutler was going to take the pinfall regardless. But then again, why did we really need to see this match for? It's like when you got him out there with the guy with the spray can, or with this the same guy that bitched about JR online, and Michael knocka, get off my TV and whatnot. Don Callis is Don Callis, so I'm not even mad at that all the way. But then again, you have surrounded, I've said before, Omega by the clown squad out there every time he comes out, which sometimes you can, it's hard to take this guy serious as a heel champion. I've said this before in the past. It's a tale of two different Omegas. I can say that many times as possible, but this was mostly a comedy match, okay? And like I said, this is nothing really to write home about. This is a mid-level episode anyway, so it's not much to say about this episode of Rampage this week, okay? Other than the tag match at the beginning, that's all I can really go off of. It's like a one-match show. The main event was whatever. Like, you couldn't have even paid attention to it, and you would have really missed nothing except some bumbling fool out there dancing and whatnot. So, it's not much to talk about. It really isn't, okay? So yeah, it's not much I could say about the main event. It's whatever. All right, it was basically whatever. Rampage though, obviously a cool down from last week's show. Like I said, I was there last week, so I was in the United Center. I'm sure it'll be big again when they do return to Chicago next week. At the Sears Center or the Now Arena, which is in Hoffman Estates, not in Chicago, because I ain't making that trip that far. Okay, if I was going back out there, I'd be taking a longer trip than I did to get to the United Center, all right? Trust me, I've been to All Out before. All in, All Out. I went back-to-back a few years ago, okay? But, yeah, I'm not going to this one this time. And they're taping like 3 shows there. Dynamite, Rampage, and All Out. But, not going to be going to that this year, okay? I had what I had last week, so I'm glad I went last week. But, still, we will see what happens on next week's Rampage when they are live on TV again. Okay, so this, like I said, was a tape show. It's not much I can say about it. It was mid-level. Okay, and then again, the crowd doesn't really help that much either when they're very mid-level as fuck out there too. So it's not much. It's not much I can say about this show. It really isn't. It's an hour show. All right. Some say it's almost like a formula: regular match, squash match, Mark Henry interview, and whatever the main event is. Okay, but other than that, that's my review on Rampage. I'm out of here. See you guys later. Peace.